Power without control is both meaningless and dangerous. Consider this. Have you ever tried to steer a grocery cart with a kid standing on the front of it? Or with heavy groceries like a bag of dog food or a crate of water bottles placed up front? What's it like to steer the cart? It's difficult to turn, isn't it? Well, have you ever tried to ride a bicycle with a filled wire basket attached to the handlebars, or maybe with your best friend sitting on the bars? What's it like to steer the bike? Once again, it can be a difficult and dangerous undertaking. Now, imagine trying to steer a vehicle with 200 to 800 pounds of excess weight placed over the front two wheels. Same physics, right? Well, this is exactly what you'll experience when driving the overwhelming majority of competitive cars. And it's exactly what you'll avoid when behind the wheel of a BMW. Let's look at a few examples. The 528i is nearly perfectly balanced. Now let me say that again to ensure it sinks in. If you were to cut the vehicle in half from front to rear, both halves would weigh virtually the same amount. That's an amazing feat when considering an engine resides up front. Now look at the Mercedes-Benz E350. They promise to build a car that's the best or nothing, and yet the car suffers from 215 pounds of excess nose weight. So if the Mercedes doesn't offer the best weight balance, then what's the only other option they leave you with? Nothing. These are their words, not mine. Audi promises truth in engineering, and yet the A6 suffers from 645 pounds of excess nose weight. That's like placing two NFL linemen on the hood of the car and taking it out for a spin. Wouldn't truth in engineering dictate they balance the car? So why don't they? And then there's Acura, the advanced brand. Well, what's so advanced about a vehicle with 813 pounds of excess weight over the front two wheels? That's the equivalent of driving with a cow on the hood of the car. Does this imbalance truly represent advanced engineering? Well, a quick look at the 750i and its competitors reveals a similar storyline. Check out these eye-opening figures. The A8, despite its aluminum space frame design, still suffers from more than 500 pounds of extra nose weight. And then there's the BMW X3, a sport activity vehicle with handling to match some of the world's finest sports sedans. Only 34 pounds separate the front and back halves of the X3 xDrive 35i. While the Mercedes offers respectable weight balance, driving the Audi Q5 is akin to having the left guard from an NFL team glued to the hood. The Lexus RX 350 will give you both the left guard and left tackle glued to the hood. So much for the pursuit of perfection. And Volvo, the safe car company, has a whopping 758 pounds of added mass up front. Volvo says its cars are built for life. Well, isn't life about finding balance? I'm just saying. So it begs the question, if you were forced to make an accident avoidance maneuver when driving a vehicle with one or two NFL linemen on the hood, or with a cow sitting on the hood, could that excess weight be the difference between experiencing that accident and avoiding it altogether? Could it possibly be the difference between life and death in certain situations? It might. So put a price tag on yourself. What are you worth? Well, at BMW, we think you're worth it. Why don't our competitors? At BMW, we promise to put you behind the wheel of an authentic ultimate driving machine. Our dedication to weight balance is evidence of our commitment to honor that promise. You may be wondering how BMW can achieve such amazing balance. Well, let me assure you, it's neither easy nor inexpensive, especially when considering an engine resides under the hood. So how do we do it? Well, it starts with the extensive use of lightweight materials. For example, a good many BMW models feature aluminum brake and suspension components, aluminum vehicle subframes, and aluminum body panels such as the hood and the doors. Some BMW models even feature thermoplastic fenders and trunk lids, while others benefit from a carbon fiber roof. We also place the car battery at the rear of the vehicle, and our non-xDrive models all feature a rear-wheel drive configuration, which adds additional weight to the rear of the vehicle. A quick look under the hood reveals that BMW places its engines low in the engine bay, with the bulk of the engine placed directly above and or behind the front axle. A stellar example of this is BMW's continued use of inline six-cylinder engines versus the V6 design so often used by other brands. A straight six allows BMW to position the bulk of the engine weight behind the front wheels for superior balance. This is in stark contrast to so many of our competitors who often position their engines in front of the front axle line. Additionally, BMW engines are constructed of lightweight aluminum alloy, with some engines further benefiting from lighter weight magnesium and or magnesium aluminum components. So it begs the question, why does BMW go to such great lengths to provide superior weight balance when our competitors won't, because we keep our word and because you're worth it. Suffice it to say, in a world crowded with automotive diamonds, a BMW offers superior color and clarity, a commitment to excellence and weight balance, proof you're behind the wheel of an ultimate driving machine, proof that BMW is an authentic brand, proof that what other cars do well, a BMW does brilliantly.